City of Calgary, my final tour in touring Calgary. Now, this video is a part of my 8-video series, and I have learned a lot since posting the first one almost 2 months ago. I've virtually gone through every single quadrant, and I've shared my personal insight with you guys. Now, moving forward, I'm going to get back to creating a few generic videos talking about real estate as a whole. My name's Adam Fife, and I truly try my best to create informative content to help educate you and the people you know about Calgary real estate. Today, we're going to talk about City Centre Calgary. City Centre Calgary has a ridiculous amount of communities, totaling 62. This is only quadrant that really isn't expanding, but if you're looking for some inner city infills, we've got you covered. So here's a community map for 2022, and what we're going to concentrate on today is the purple section here, or City Centre. Now, what I usually do is I'll go on to Google Maps and I'll outline it live just to give you a little bit of a better breakdown, but I was figuring for future reference, it actually might be easier if I outline them and then walk over the outline so people can go back to this video and see roughly where it is if they're looking at the community map like this. So not too complicated, it gets a little hairy over here, but if we start at Glenmore Trail, we'll go all the way down Glenmore Trail, all the way down past the Bow River, and then we'll go up the Bow River, basically just follow Deerfoot Trail all the way up to McKnight Boulevard. Now there is a little bit of a wedge up here near Thorncliffe, so if we look up here, we've got Greenview here, which is just a little bit of a wedge. So then we'll go all the way back down, and we'll dip all the way down to 14th. We'll go right to Confederation Park. We'll go basically through Confederation Park all the way over to Crowchild Trail, down to 16 Ave or Highway 1. Then we'll go over to Highway 1. And then from Highway 1, we basically just go right to the Bow River, follow the Bow River all the way down to Shagnappy, go right through the golf course right there, go over here, then all the way down to 17th. Then we'll drop all the way over here, go all the way down. Pretty much go, and then we're going to hug the Mount Royal University over in this district here, and then we'll basically go all the way down to Crowchild Trail, sorry, and then we'll go all the way down Crowchild Trail, dip over until we hit the Glenmore Reservoir, and then we go through the Glenmore Reservoir all the way to Glenmore, and that is City Centre Calgary. So just like every other video, I'm going to start off with some of the pros of the area and end with those cons. And City Centre Quadrant of Calgary is very big. And as you can see, the layout is not too bad and fairly easy to remember because of the quadrants that it breaks off into. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by just talking about how well connected it is. And when I talk about well connected, I'm talking about the trains and the roadways. So if we actually zoom right in onto City Centre, you can see that there's a train line that goes right through the city right here. Now this train line pretty much connects the west coast to the east coast. It runs straight through Calgary and it goes all the way to Vancouver and all the way to Ontario. So well connected in that realm. But when we also look at the LRT, we zoom in right here, we can see that there's an LRT line that goes right through the city center as well. Now this LRT line goes all the way up to the northwest up Crowchild Trail. This LRT goes all the way to the Western Quadrant of Calgary, which we've covered in our Western Quadrant series. If we zoom in a little bit more, you can see that this train line here actually goes right through the zoo and it goes all the way up to the northeast. And then if we go down a little bit, you can see that this train line right here goes all the way southern Calgary. And what I will do is I'll put a map up right here to give you a quick explanation of what that looks like for the city of Calgary. So that is the rail line. Now if we talk about the roadways, just like majority of cities, the roadways here are pretty decent. So when you're looking to get into the city center quadrant, you do have some main arteries, which I've touched on a lot of other videos. You've got your Highway 1, you've got your Crowchild Trail, you've got your Deerfoot just on the outskirts, and then your McLeod Trail. All in all, I would say that the city center of Calgary is fairly well connected with some pretty decent roadways getting to all different areas of the city center. So next we're going to touch on some of the sporting events. Now city center does have an array of different activities for you to do, and those including some of the sporting. So the first one that we're going to touch on is the Scotiabank Saddle Dome. Now this guy is old. This looks like a saddle. We are currently in the works of getting it renovated. Now there are some different things that we're dealing with, but hopefully within the next couple of years, we're starting to see some ground break. Now the BMO Center here is actually undergoing a massive renovation going from 500,000 square feet to 1 million square feet. I will post some links in the description down below for you to follow along with that because the BMO Center hosts an array of conferences. Now moving right along, so that's where your hockey and your conference centers are. Now if you actually come up here to a little bit more of the northwest of the university area, we do have what's called McMahon Stadium. So McMahon Stadium is where the Calgary Stampeders play, or the CFL. Now I understand it is nowhere close to the NFL. Now it does move a lot quicker with only 3 downs instead of 4, but to be honest, it's still a lot of fun to get out there and watch the Stampeders play some local Canadian teams. So between these two, you are again connected with the C train. So if you wanted to come up to a Stampeders game, you can see the C train right here. Or if you wanted to go to a hockey game, you've got the C train right here. So the actual train itself is connected to all 4 quadrants of the city. So you are able to actually go and watch these things. I've been to other major cities in the United States and they are busy. Now, Calgary does have a busyness to it, but it doesn't actually exceed some of the businesses of the other major metropolitan cities. There are a lot of different activities going on down here, but again, it is so well connected in my personal opinion that if it does feel like it's getting busy, the exit from downtown is very simple. Obviously there's going to be some congestion there, but the busyness of Calgary is pretty easily alleviated through the roadworks here. When compared to places like Toronto or Vancouver, Toronto is right on a lake and Vancouver is also on the ocean. So you got to think that there's actually one side missing. So I actually used to be from Ontario myself. So when I actually look at something like this and I look at something like Toronto, Toronto only really has 3 ways to get out: north, east, and west. So when you're looking at somewhere like Calgary, you've got all 4 sides to actually leave the city at a pretty good rate. So another pro that I'm going to touch on for students is actually the schools here in City Center. And I'm going to touch on 3 of the schools. And the first one I'm going to look at is SAIT, the Southern Institute of Technology. So this is kind of more of our college in trades. If you're looking to get into some sort of trade or a little bit more of a hands-on industry, SAIT will have a lot of different offerings for you. SAIT is right on the C train line, so you do actually have that easy access, and it's right along the Highway 1 there. So there is a lot of good activity in this area for SAIT. The next thing I'm going to touch on is actually the University of Calgary. Now the University of Calgary is a very large campus. It's got the Children's Hospital, it's got the Foothill Medical Center, and it just has a lot of activity going on in this general campus. The University of Calgary actually owns McMahon Stadium, so there is a lot of college and university students that come there and enjoy these games, as well as a lot of different programs they do offer for students all around the world. And finally, Mount Royal University, and it's just down here kind of in the southwestern quadrant. So Mount Royal University, somewhat like the University of Calgary, is a little bit smaller. So they do have a little bit more of an intimate staff, but they also offer a lot of the same programs as the University of Calgary. Now, from what I understand, the University of Calgary is a little bit more of a research school. They do have a lot more labs, techs, they are connected to the hospital. So they do have a little bit more going on in that realm. Mount Royal University, still a very good university, just a little bit smaller, a little bit more intimate, and a little bit of a better location in my personal opinion. So last on the list of City Center of Calgary, and what I really enjoy about this city as a whole, but especially downtown, is just the amount of parks and paths that they have. So I've touched on this before on previous videos, but what I really like about Calgary as a whole, especially downtown, is how much nature is involved in the city. Now, I personally feel like Calgary really does a very good job with connecting all of these different green areas along both rivers and different parks with all of their pathways. So if we actually just zoom in downtown here, now you're not going to see much, but it is the Bow River. This Bow River is connected to the mountains, so it does have a very good, nice teal color to it in the summertime. So this river actually has a beautiful path that goes all the way through it, all the way down to Fish Creek Park. Now right here near Fort Calgary there is Elbow River. Now Elbow River is a little shallower, it's a little smaller, but again it is very pretty in the summertime. Alright, so those were all pretty good, but how about some of those cons of City Center Calgary? Let's remember that this is only a personal opinion. If you feel like I've missed something, please comment below and let me know what I've done. But how I'm going to start this next one is actually talking about a little bit of the nightlife here in Calgary. So it is pretty hit and miss on who you ask, but for the most part and from what I've experienced, the nightlife here really isn't as great as what it could be. There are a couple pubs, bars, casinos, and different places that you can come and enjoy, but from what I've found, that the lack of options is definitely evident in downtown Calgary. Calgary really just doesn't have that nightlife that I feel like it could. There are some empty buildings that used to be good, but at the end of the day, Calgary is just missing out on that piece of the puzzle. So when you're talking about a younger generation, which Calgary is, there is a little bit of a void for people that actually want to go out and experience some of that weekend adventure. But I do have to say, 17th Avenue right here has a very large amount of bars kind of right in this stretch here. But I also will have to admit that there is Stephen Ave right here, which is absolutely beautiful in the summertime. Now I know that I spoke really well about some of the congestion and some of the traffic flow in Calgary. I will have to throw it in a con as well, that a few of the intersections are a little bit poorly built in my opinion. They were built a very long time ago, so obviously they didn't expect as many cars as there are today. But there is a little bit of traffic congestion. Let's just look at the traffic right now. It's about 4 o'clock on a Wednesday, and you can see that it's just completely backed up in some of these areas. One thing I do feel that Calgary does struggle with is a lot of construction. Now you will notice that in pretty much every city you go to, but construction really does seem to affect Calgary traffic. Now next thing I'm going to touch on is crime. Now everyone asks, what is the best community for crime? From what I've experienced, at least in some of the communities that I've been into, yes, of course there's going to be some crime, and some people are unfortunate, they get to see a lot of it. Now from what I've experienced, the downtown core obviously is going to be the worst compared to all other quadrants in the city. So the crime does get a little bit rampant here. But when you actually look at Calgary as a whole, it's really not as bad as other places around the world. Now, of course, you can't really compare it just like that. But from my personal experience, ask a police officer, it's not as bad as what you might think. Of course, you're going to see a couple things on the news, they pop up, they're very unfortunate. But what I've personally experienced in the city, it's not as bad as what some people might make it out to be. I have included this heat map here, which will help give you a little bit of an idea of some different crime rates in different quadrants of the city. So make sure to just check it out. ask some questions, do some research, see what's going on in Calgary, and make your own assessment of how bad the crime really is and what is more important to you in the actual purchasing process of a house. Is it not going into a crime-filled school? Is it good schools? Is it good price? Whatever. You need to figure that out well in advance. So moving right along, I am going to touch on one con that I've noticed personally. Now, I think it's a little bit of a hit and miss for some people, but this train line here can be pretty loud sometimes. If you actually have a condo or you're staying in downtown Calgary, sometimes, I don't feel like it happens every single night, but sometimes when the train gets going or the train stops, all of those train cars seem to smack together. And it sounds like a couple gunshots, to be honest. So the train noise for me can be a little bit of a frustration, especially when I'm sleeping downtown, a little bit closer to that train line. This is a very busy train line. Again, it is connecting our west coast to east coast. So it's just something to consider if you are looking at a condo in this general area, to be aware of that train noise. Next, I've heard from a few people. I don't really think it's true. I've heard that parking is a nightmare. I know of some secret spots that work for me every single time. So if parking is somewhat of an issue for you, reach out to me. I'll share with you a couple of good locations that I've found. I typically use My Park. It's an app that Calgary has integrated into their parking system, and it's worked fine for me. So parking, yes, it's a con, but if you know the spots, it's not bad. So all in all, I really like our downtown core. Obviously, I'm going to be super biased, but I really like the mixture of major city amenities as well as plenty of outdoor activities all wrapped into one. Calgary is not the most expensive city, and it's definitely not the cheapest either. We're right in the middle. We have a lovely mixture of affordable housing with plenty of luxurious space with the mountains on our doorsteps. If you feel like I've missed something, please let me know in the comments below, as I would like to learn how to do this properly and continue to grow as I get more efficient and more comfortable making these types of videos. Don't forget to check out my channel, as I do create other form of informative content that will teach you all about Calgary real estate. So until next time, peace.